So we're going to talk about 5 coins that could do a 5x certainly in Q4. Let's go through them. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new, make sure you have subscribed. Make sure you also hit a like, get the algorithm going. I know people complain about watching other people all the time, but let's get this channel to the top. Now, we're going to talk about 5 coins that, in my opinion, not financial advice of course, there's definitely no timestamps because I'm going to be talking about these. I don't want you skipping through it. There's no real reason why you should skip videos, certainly if you're learning. There's no skip button in trying to get rich. Seriously, there is not. If you pick your buys well, if you look at the right buy zones and stuff like that, which you should know from watching these channels or attending my courses or being in my Patreon, you'll know how to get these at the right prices and how to take profit, okay? So, I'm going to do 5 coins. However, this video is going to be a lot longer because on Patreon I'm going to put in another 10. Yeah. So if you want to get the remaining part of this video, make sure you jump in Patreon. There's a link below. Now, I want to use an element of a little bit of an overview of what these assets are. Disclaimer, I may hold one of them, certainly on this bit, which you probably know anyways. However, I will do a little token overview and I will go through the Coin Perspective website in terms of understanding the numbers, so I'm not too far-fetched. However, we'll see. We'll see how things go. Everyone's got an opinion on these types of videos, but for me, everyone's looking for a good investment that they can sit on that could do well due to their being undervalued, due to the market being potentially sluggish, and it has been. It is starting to ramp up a bit. You want to get something in the bag that could, and this is a caveat, could benefit from a network effect, which is what these coins all focus on. So the first one doesn't need any introduction, does it? It's Polkadot. Parachain's going live soon. The network effect of that alone is going to be key. Crowd loans. There's already 70% of the supply in staking right now. When you add the crowd loan element to it, that's going to increase even more. When you increase more and more wallets, there's going to be more and more circulation taken out due to the fact of the 1 dot required to make a wallet. There's all kinds of stuff happening, right? However, when you start to compare the fact that some of the parachains that are going to go onto this pretty soon in terms of the bidding process, which I think will win anyways, which is essentially Moonbeam and Akala, they are layer 1 blockchains that are compatible with Ethereum language, right? So that's already going to create a network effect alone on their ecosystem for their layer 0 to enable security elements and obviously the rewards. You can earn about 16% staking rewards currently on Polkadot, which is really high. It's definitely worth doing. And if you've not yet done any research, make sure you understand how this works. This is, in my opinion, by far one of the best projects I've ever seen in the space. If this is enabled correctly with the multi-chain element to it, and there's no such thing as, you know, a one-chain maximalist, which I think it's bollocks anyways. I echo the same views as Gavin. It fucking winds me up that there's so much tribalism in this space. The amount of abuse I get for liking a coin or disliking a coin is unbelievable. It reminds me of going back to football Twitter, which is a horrible place to be. Now, reminder, this is not fully out yet, as in fully functioning, fully working. So that is usually a good time to invest, boys and girls. I know for a fact that over a period of years, people will probably look back at these videos and go, well, I wish I bought when you said it was certain price, because the network effect is going to come more and more apparent as things progress. So the way I look at this, it's like investing in Ethereum below 50 bucks basically. It's got the same sort of ilk to it. So have a little look. Now, if we are looking at overall market cap, now I'm going to be quite simplistic and I'm going to go for about 600%, give or take, around that number. That is roughly as classed as a 5x, including your initial snake bag. Now, that would indicate a potential $216 Polkadot, and that is a market cap of 224 billion. Why is that important? Well, because it's still only half the value of Ethereum, right? So when we start looking at that, is it too far-fetched? No. Some people might think it's far-fetched, but I don't think it is, considering where we are right now. Okay, so 31 billion right now. I think could go much, much higher. But as I say, that is the high cap of this video. The next one I want to talk about is Near Protocol. This is currently $3.8 billion, and I like this. I don't hold it, but I like it. It's very, very similar in terms of, it's hard to explain it because it's fast, you can build your own dApps on it. It's not quite as fluid, in my opinion, as Polkadot, but as a multi-chain, Polkadot will always give you that fluidity. Whereas this is going to be pretty powerful versus what Ethereum is, right? Which is where the caveat to this is. Competitor to Ethereum. Now everyone goes, oh, well, Ethereum is never going to die. No, it's not. But what Near could do is take a slice of that market cap that Ethereum is dominating. Every new person, every new developer, new chain, new blockchain, new whatever, right? Always gravitate to Ethereum because it's easy, it's cheap. Well, it was cheap, it's not anymore. Building costs are cheap, not the processes to get the blockchain live. But this aims to change it, right? This is overcome the limitations of the Ethereum network without starting from scratch. So there's elements to the fact of what Polkadot have with Substrate. These will enable you to have a framework to build your dApps effectively, but it will also support the Ethereum blockchain, i.e. it will support the ERC20 and the Solidity contracts, which is huge, right? So when we start thinking about cost factor, to build your own blockchain, it's expensive. To build a blockchain on Ethereum will become more and more expensive as the price rises due to the fact that the fees are horrendous. This aims to solve that. So when we start talking about market capitalization pulling away from Ethereum, well, Near Protocol can certainly do a job. And it's that network effect, isn't it? More and more people use it. Utility, there's a bridge between the two networks. Happy days, right? So again, going on to the coin perspective, I really recommend you check this website out. It's pretty cool. I have no idea who built it. It's a free website. It's cool. Anyways, if we start looking at, say, the 5x sort of situation, roughly around there, that is only a 26.7 billion market cap. That's a $56 Near, basically, right? When you start comparing that, that is roughly where Polkadot is, that's like a rank 10, rank 11 coin. I do think this could be a top 20 coin very, very easily, in my opinion. So Near Protocol certainly could be one that could take quite a chunk of that market cap. The other one of interest, a little bit higher in market cap, but I do think this is very, very apparent that this could be happening too. Cosmos, the Internet of Blockchains. It's very, very similar to Polkadot. It's interoperable. It's basically multi-chain as well. A little bit different in terms of how they utilize it. And again, it's another situation where as the market develops and grows and gets more and more things working with it, the interoperability of all these chains communicating with each other is going to be a huge thing. This is why I'm not an investor in Ethereum, because yes, Ethereum can communicate with others, but it's not the hub, is it? It's not going to be the hub where these will be, where it's a little bit more different, where the interoperability element to it is going to be huge. Now, this is called interchain accounts, all a bit different, but realistically, you can utilize other chains within this, and you can basically build a layer 1 blockchain on top of it, which is pretty cool, right? We want that. We want that ability to do that, to enable no bloat, similar to Polkadot, similar to the likes of Near as well, where it can communicate in a fast nature with Ethereum-led contracts to work. We know what is not working right now, Ethereum. And again, this is another use case that could basically take a slice off the Ethereum token flow because it's going to go somewhere else instead of the Ethereum blockchain. Make sense? Cool. Again, coin perspective, a little bit higher this time, but realistically though, it's all going to meet one thing. The better the network is becoming in terms of the overall structure of cryptocurrency alone, by the way, all of it, the more these blockchains will get used and utilized because it will effectively help the flow of the market. Now, again, as you can see, $73.2 billion is a market cap, $261 per atom. I think that's possible as well, personally. If the market is going to continuously grow and take care of itself through the network effect, that is something that we will all probably get used to. Big blockchains that are doing big things will always do okay because the token flows there, the utility there, it's all there. And I did a video not too long ago actually talking about there may be a time where we'll never know how much blockchain and other people and other industries or whatever are using the world of blockchain. Now, we've got, on one hand, we've got the investor. On the other hand, we've got the average Joe. The average Joe could be using blockchain technology without even realizing it, creating a massive network effect for us investors to profit on, right? That's kind of my point here. Network effect of normal people utilizing partnerships with all these kind of global brands potentially that could be utilizing blockchain technology without us even realizing it, which is pretty freaking cool. Moving on. Theta. Now, we're talking about network effect, we're talking about people, we're talking about crowds of gamers, streamers, etc. Right? This is another element where it's a little bit different, but also the next generation video entertainment world that is powered by blockchain. These are the ones out there, and the next coin that I'm going to talk about is very, very similar, of similar ilk. But we've got to speak about the normal people, the average Joe. As I say, moving on nicely. Not even realizing they're fully using cryptocurrency. Look at all these different situations here you've got, right? People might not even give a shit about the fact that they're earning a Theta token. As long as they can, convert it easily into the TFU or whatever, and then utilize it and get money for it for pay to play sort of situation, happy days, right? What's to say that in the future YouTube doesn't adopt its own currency, right? You just don't know, right? But that's the thing. Network effect. You've got to be positioned for it. These have got all the positioning tools for it. They have the ecosystem essentially. They have it all there. They have their own wallet. They have partnerships. They're doing really well, right? But again, how many people are using this and utilizing this versus traditional methods? Well, it's probably a very, very small percentage in reality. So maybe when that percentage swings over a bit more, and people may utilize the fact that, well, I can get more from this, putting my stream not just on Twitch, not just on YouTube, not just on Facebook, but why not just put it on here as well? Makes sense, right? That's kind of the thought process that people will go through eventually, and it will happen. Who knows when, but it will happen. Again, it's not a bad little area to be in terms of market cap, certainly if you can earn rewards on this. But again, this could be a $42 billion company that could be utilizing the whole network of gamers, streamers, content creators, whatever it may be, right? So for me, $42 per Theta could be of interest, certainly if this bull market does absolutely blow and the network effect takes hold of it. Now, last one. Spoke about this a couple of weeks back. XCAD. I was a bit cautious regarding it. Why? Because it's very, very bold, but it's also pretty undervalued in my opinion, right? Now, we're looking at this. The whole watch to earn revolution is coming. Kind of just touched on it before with Theta. The ability to watch content, play content, do content, whatever it may be, to earn something, right? It's getting there. The gaming, NFTs, all kinds of good stuff, right? There will be a time where there'll be a crossover period where normies will go into crypto and they're just utilizing the world and it's working. You've already seen there's some big backers. There's a lot of people utilizing this anyways. And it's going to, or I think there's about, I can't remember, there's 200 million fans or something utilizing the token side of it. It's something ridiculous. I can't quite remember the numbers, right? However, this is another one where utilization with YouTube, for example, to monetize audiences, to basically allow viewers to earn rewards for watching content, right? Pretty big deal. Now, again, I'm not sure if XCAD's on here. I hope it is. Is it? It is. Oh, God. So, in terms of being undervalued, this is relatively undervalued. This could probably do much more than a 5x, potentially. We'll talk about that, roughly. Even a 5x here could be a market cap of $427 million, right, per one XCAD. It's ridiculous when you think about one XCAD could be $25 when we're at it right now. But I think this could go much higher. And this is a one that's on my list that potentially could be buying. But at the same time, though, you've got to remember the network effect. It may take a bit of time for it to happen, but it's one of those coins where will be of interest in the future, certainly if people do cross over, and all the YouTube users have discovered the fact that, well, I can just put a plugin on my channel and I can watch or earn for watching something. That's crazy when you think about it. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you. However, jump in my Patreon and you can get another 10 more coins for your pleasure. I'll see you there.